What's going on, everyone? This is your host with the most, Dr. Philly J, aka Philly Jim, coming at you with another video. And today there were some reports that came out that there are several teams who are in the mix to trade for the defensive end from the Houston Texans, Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney, he's pretty much been holding out from all the Texans OTAs and everything else that they're doing right now. Really not spending any time with the team. Wants to get paid. He's looking to get a big time payday. Heading into free agency next year, he will be arguably, and I'll have to check, the free agency class for the position. He's arguably going to be, the top guy when it comes to free agent pass rushers in next year's free agency next March. So it's hard for me to say whether the Eagles would be willing to part with assets, whether it be current assets to our current team or future assets. It really depends on what's going on. I mean, when I read these articles and kind of get a feel of what's going on, I kind of think the Eagles seem like they are. I don't doubt that the Eagles are interested. Number one, the Eagles are always, if there's one position the Eagles are always looking to get better at, it's going to be the defensive line. The defensive line is pretty much Howie Roseman and Joe Douglas's favorite thing to work on. I mean that's why you saw Malik Jackson being the first guy that we bring in last year in this year's free agency. So it really depends on what's going on. You saw Odell Beckham Jr. get traded for Jabril Peppers, a mid first round pick, and like a third round pick. When Odell Beckham Jr. is worth at least a good player plus 2 first round picks. So yeah, David Gettleman definitely fucked up on that one. But that's another story. I'm just saying it's possible that you can get a star player when a team is just trying to say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get something for him. Get him out of our hands so we don't have to deal with the headache anymore. It is what it is. But I think there's other teams out there that would be willing to part with more than what the Philadelphia Eagles are willing to part with. I mean, do you really want to trade one of your corners when last year you saw how many of our corners got injured? We had to have Chandon Sullivan and Devontae Bosby go out there and be our starting corners for crying out loud. So do you really want to part with a Jalen Mills, who's in a prove-it year? Do you really want to part with a Sidney Jones, who has a lot of upside, when you're either going to keep the guy for 1 year, although the 1 year could be worth it. The guy like Jadeveon Clowney can put your defensive line to the point where it's practically unfair. But really, to allow this guy to walk, are you going to trade one of your guys plus a draft pick, probably a third? It would probably take like Sidney Jones and a third round pick, if not more than that, to strike a deal. And there could be more teams out there that would be willing to offer more than that. I also like our guys. I like the guys we have. I don't think we need to bring in some elite pass rusher to this team. What I think is we need to just get a solid veteran guy. You can trade like mid-round pick for him, fourth, fifth. Get a veteran guy in here for the rotation, and then I'm feeling pretty damn good about the whole defensive line. I want to see what Josh Sweat, Sharif Miller, and these guys who are flying under the radar do during camp, during preseason. I want to see what these guys have done. More so Josh Sweat, because Josh has been here for a year already. I want to see what Josh Sweat is ready to do. I want to see what Sharif Miller keeps doing. I mean, if you follow Sharif on Twitter, the guy is always tweeting stuff like keep that same energy. And as we know, we say keep that same energy on this channel, but you know what we're talking about when I say keep that same energy. I think a lot of people are down on Sharif Miller and they don't think Sharif can produce at a high level. So he has a chip on his shoulder and wants to prove people wrong. Maybe we don't even need to trade for a rotational guy. I hope we don't, because if we don't, we can keep all our guys. We can keep all our picks for next year. That would be more ideal. I think the Philadelphia Eagles at this point know Jadeveon Clowney is available, and they're probably just flirting, kind of like I think that's what happened with the Philadelphia Eagles with the Antonio Brown situation. They knew Antonio was available, so they just kind of picked up the phones and they just wanted to see what the deal was, see what's up with him. You see these guys, these two guys that run this team by the name of Howard Roseman and Joseph Douglas do these kinds of things quite a bit. These guys are the adults in the room. And I still wouldn't put it past them to pull off another big heist. But if you ask me, it's more than likely, we're just testing the waters. Just seeing what's good. I'm cool with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, as always. And never forget, keep that same energy. See you guys next time.